Hi everyone, in this tutorial I'll walk you through my process of creating the scroll variant effect for these sticky Framer logo graphics, which look great. You can find the remix link for the file in the description below, so let's get started. I used Firefly to create the images. First, I entered the prompt that I've generated with ChatGPT. Then, as composition reference, as you see, I uploaded the Framer logo, made the strength maximum to preserve the logo's form, and as I've seen in another Firefly tutorial, which I will share the link of in the description, I've added the expression leather made of to the beginning of the prompt, then of course pressed generate in the prompt section. After deciding which one to use, which was this one, I downloaded it as JPEG by using this button, although I could directly open it in Photoshop Web using the PS button on hover. As you see, I wanted to gather all logos in the same PS file, so I downloaded and opened it in Photoshop, as I said. Then in Photoshop I removed its background using the contextual taskbar in it, getting help from the AI engine. You can see here Photoshop removes the background non-destructively by adding a mask to it, which lets you edit by painting on mask with white. If you need any of the background to be visible at some places, actually let's click on mask and select the brush tool. And we can paint the left part of the mask with white to make those parts of the background visible again, as you see. And of course I added some background color that I use in Framer to preview how the image is going to look. I'm sure many of you already know this, but we can click the mask and paint the parts that we don't want to be visible with black to hide them again. Basically, that's how a mask works in Photoshop. Let's talk about the Framer part. I created a logo wrapper section with full width and viewport height, set its position to sticky, placed the Framer logo component, which I added a scroll variant effect later on. Since only element I need to be sticky is the logo and it should be at the same place in all the following cards, I created a placeholder that has the same width with the text in the other cards, as you can see here. Then I created a hero section with full width and viewport height again, but with an absolute position to overlap with the sticky logo component. So this text is actually, the visible text is included in the absolutely positioned hero section. Then I created the content cards, which are basically the instances of the card component. We can see in its component screen, cards have their title and text elements assigned to variables, and of course they have a placeholder frame for the images. And the most important element in this tutorial is of course the logo component. You can see when a section card is in the view, scroll variant effect shows the required variant for the card, variant 1 for card 1, variant 2 for card 2, and so on. And let's go to the logo component screen. To use a nice fade in and out transition during the change of the variants, I need to add a variant with 0 opacity first, then with an appear transition, as you see with just a delay of 0.1 second, I make the transition to the variant with 100% opacity. To keep the transition perfect while switching the images, first I use the copy of the previous image with 0 opacity. You can see here when I select variant 1, which is the variant scroll variant effect switches when the first content card is in the viewport. When I increase its opacity, it is used the previous image actually, since I needed to fade the previous image out first. Then with an appear transition, I changed the image in variant 1.2, but keep its opacity at 0. Let's actually make it visible also, and see that it has the first section's image. And of course, it has an appear transition to the variant that has the new image visible to create the fade-in effect. This was the most important key point of this tutorial. I repeated these fade-out and fade-in transitions for all the variants, fading out to existing image first and then fading in the new image. Let's go back to home screen and see the scroll variant effect again. Combining all those tools and tech, we can create such a nice and appealing effect with great transitions, interactions, and visuals while sharing our content. And with that, we wrap another tutorial up. I hope you liked it. If you want to see more, be sure to subscribe, turn the notifications on, check my other tutorials, and see you in the next one.